The 20mm caliber is a specific size of cannon or autocannon ammunition. There are few weapons which have been built that fire projectiles between 12.7mm and 20mm caliber, though there were several 13mm heavy machine guns used during World War II, such as the MG-131. The 14.5mm caliber is still used by some Soviet machine guns such as the KPV and anti-tank rifles such as PTRS, PTRD, and WWII. Since 20mm is the cutoff point where most nations switch from bullets to shells, it has come to also generally be the cutoff point between weapons classified as a machine gun or a cannon. This can vary, however. For example, in World War II, Japan classified any weapon over 11mm as a cannon. Thus, in Japanese records, the 12.7mm Ho-103 aircraft gun is classified as an autocannon, as it used explosive shells to overcome its low muzzle velocity compared to American 12.7mm. 5. OBMG weapons. A machine gun does not fire shells, so historically a weapon that fires shells below 20mm can be a cannon. A true definition will always mention whether the weapon fires bullets or shells in addition to its caliber. A very small number of anti-tank rifles have been produced in 20mm and larger calibers. 20mm caliber cartridges have an outside bullet diameter and inside barrel diameter of 0.787 inches. Projectiles or bullets are typically 75 to 127 mm long. Cartridge cases are typically 75 to 152 mm long. Many but not all 20mm rounds have an explosive filling and detonating fuse. As an example, the RT-20 fires a 20 times 110 mm 130-gram projectile at a muzzle velocity of 850 meters per second. For a simple slug, this gives a muzzle energy of 47 kilojoules. Usage. Like most cannon ammunition, 20mm caliber weapons are typically used against large targets such as vehicles, buildings, or aircraft. Though lethal against individual soldiers, 20mm ammunition is so large and heavy that its effects are inefficient against relatively small targets. Types of ammunition. High explosive incendiary, armor-piercing incendiary, armor-piercing discarding sabot, high explosive fragmentary tracer, penetrator with enhanced lateral effect. Target practice, inert projectile. Used for training. Target practice tracer, inert projectile with tracer material in base for visual trajectory tracking. 20mm weapons. Each weapon is listed with its cartridge type appended. Current weapons: Vidwan-Sak, 20 x 82mm. Anzio 20mm rifle, 20 x 102mm. Mk4 20mm cannon, 20 x 110mm RB S. HS 804 20mm cannon, 20 x 110mm. Mk16 20mm cannon, 20 x 110mm. RT-20 bolt-action rifle, 20 x 110mm. Denel NTW-20 20 x 82mm Mauser a 20 x 110mm Hispano caliber. M61 Vulcan, 20 x 102mm. M197 Gatling gun, 20 x 102mm. M39 cannon, 20 x 102mm. GI-80 M621, 20 x 102mm. A Lycon car and amp KAB 20 times 128 mm. Meroka 20 times 128 mm. A Lycon KAD 20 times 139 mm. GI-ATM-693 20 mm model F2 gun 20 times 139 mm. Rheinmetall Mk20 RH202 to 20 times 139 mm. Denel Land Systems GWI-2 20 times 139 mm. Historical Weapons Becker Type M2 20 mm cannon 20 times 70 mm RB. Bofors M40 to 20 times 145 mmR. Bofors M45 to 20 times 110 mm. Bofors M49 to 20 times 110 mm. Berezin B20 20 times 99 mm. Colt Mk12 cannon 20 times 110 mm USN. Hispano-Suiza HS 404 and derivatives 20 times 110 mm. Lati L-39 to 20 times 138 mm B. Madsen 20 mm anti-aircraft cannon 20 times 120 mm. Mauser MG 213 to 20 times 135 mm. MG FFM cannon 20 times 80 mm RB. Mauser MG 151 20th 20 times 82 mm. NKMWZ 38 FK designated heaviest machine gun HMG or Najazzi Caravan Maschinovi NKM AA at 20 times 138 mmB autocannon. A Lycon FF 20 times 72 mm RB. A Lycon FFFL 20 times 110 mm RB. Rheinmetall Flak 38 to 20 times 138 mm B. Forerunner of Hispano-Suiza HS 820 post-war 20 times 139 mm round Schvack 20 times 99 mmR. Solothurn S18 100 to 20 times 105 mm B. Solothurn S18 1000 to 20 times 138 mm B. Type 99 cannon 20 times 72 mmR B 20 times 101 mmR B. Ho 5 cannon 20 times 94 mm. Cartridge type indicates the diameter of projectile and the length of the cartridge that holds it. For example, 20 times 102 mm is a 20 mm projectile in a 102 mm long case. Only rarely do two designers use the same case length, so this designation is usually definitive. Some cartridge types have additional letters or information about them listed.